The table, the fun table. Oh, I don't know if you heard this.
The fun table?
They were telling me about there was a, was this off Alaska? The orca?
Yes.
Off Alaska. You tell the story.
There were the hot video, the viral video yesterday were 3 Alaskan fishermen saving a orca whale yesterday, and they were saving it for 4 hours. And one of the fishermen said every time
we didn't
massage the whale, it would make this sound. Do you have the sound? Hold on. This is the sound that it would make.
This is the orca whale.
Mm-hmm.
The sound.
Wah!
It's great.
But that's exactly what it sounded like. Wah!
I just wonder how irritating it was to hear it on the air. Because it's like, you know, that chanting is sometimes weird, and it's like you got to cover your ears.
It's a disgusting sound.
To me,
it really is.
To me, there's only one thing right now that would make me happy. I want to hear the sounds. Maybe there'll be some singing of our favorite caller, Arm.
Oh.
I just saw his name pop up. Hey, Arm.
John Ritchie wants to go back and do it all over, and he can't go back. Kilby knows.
Wow.
Eddie Money for you?
Yeah.
You know that one, right, Kilby?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
How about
that jumped in my head when I knew John Ritchie was doing the Walk of Shame after a dalliance with Reese Witherspoon in 1993.
Wow, that's hilarious. You can't do the.
That never happened.
You can't do the verse to "Shakin'," can you? Or do you remember that? Or
shake it, oh,
that's the chorus. That's the chorus.
Kilborn, shake it.
Yeah. The verse is, I need a company, a burning angel, that kind of thing.
Oh, so belt that out, Kilby. Belt that out.
No.
John, you think you're hot? You think you're hot stuff with Stanford? I remember Kilby pulling out a peripatetic when a drunken Arm came home at 1:30 in the morning, and I'm watching the Daily Show. By the way, Craig, I want to tell you, I'm such a big fan of yours. I watched you instead of your 2 guys who jumped in your grave, Craig Ferguson and Jon Stewart, on Wednesday. That made me feel really good. The sweet redemption of watching Kilby over Jon Stewart and Craig Ferguson.
What a nice guy, Arm.
Yeah, Arm is nice.
Speaking of charmed lives, Damaris Lewis, does this broad not make the Canavans look like Aaron Brockovich?
No, it's not nice. It's not nice what you said, but I'm laughing.
But she does. I mean, and some people have a charmed life, but I don't think she's ever had a red light in her life.
She was stunning. It's one of those things where when you're hosting a show and then she walks over when she's done, you don't want everyone to see you go like this. As you check her out. But I mean, she was. She
was really interesting too. She
Yeah,
had a
I guess.
lot to say.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, just the legs. I mean, move over, Naomi. I mean, these are,
tall.
Yeah,
long.
That was she's Prince's muse. You think she'd be his muse if she looked like a CCH Pounder and Shirley Hemphill?
Yeah.
I almost sang Diamonds and Pearls for you. If I gave you diamonds and pearls.
Does anyone know what Arm does for a living? Because is he work? Arm, are you comfortable?
I'm a basketball referee, Craigers.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And what's your age? I mean, because you sound youthful, but you know some.
I know. I got the Ralph Macchio voice. I'm late 30s.
Okay. All right.
I have so many. Really quick. You were on Stern, I think, twice.
Yeah.
And he's asking you about Zoo and penis size and broads and money. And he spent a little too much time on broads, and it's just classic Krager. It's just vintage Kilby.
Thank you.
Just pause. You just go. You like the ladies, don't you, Stern?
That's funny.
And he caught him. He didn't know how to. He actually couldn't segue out of it. It was beautiful.
The whole thing there is you just deflect for an hour, or you just have to deflect all the questions. It's blah blah everything.
Mm-hmm.
But that's interesting. No, you seem like a good kid, Arm. Do you have any NBA talk tonight?
Yes, I do. Craig, you're a very progressive guy in many ways, and John. I can almost tie this to football, John Ritchie. NBA stats. I'm watching last night. I'm thinking of you. LeBron James threw an outlet pass to Dwayne Wade, who just simply flipped it up to Udonis Haslem, who dunked it. LeBron James gets nothing for that play. I think there should be hockey assists in the NBA. I do not think they have enough. You love Shane Battier. Why do we not know how many charges guys get?
Right.
Well, it's so arbitrary. Like, I want to know. I'll go as far as this. I want to know my opponent's individual field goal percentage of each guy. You know how they name all defense? We used to think Joe Dumars was this great defensive player, and at the end of the year, I'd go, why does he not even average a steal a game? We have to sort of take their word for it that to play. It's, John, it's almost like an offensive line when you say,
Sure.
they have a great line.
Yeah.
So how do you know they have a great? Who on earth is watching the right tackle pull?
Yeah.
Craig? Have you ever watched the offensive line in your life watching an NFL game?
Just when Ron Yeri would hold, he was a great holding on Ron Yeri, number 73, but he was tremendous. But no,
there are some people who watch all 22 players. Like John Gruden can watch all 22 guys on the field at the same time.
Wow.
It's incredible. Like the great coaches are able to do that, but they're so few and far between.
I want to jump on the first thing you said. I think it's unnecessary. They already keep assists.
But Craig,
you don't need the hockey pass, the pass that leads the assist, because then it's
Craig, what if you dig out a really tough rebound? You throw this, 70-foot outlet pass. You made the whole play. You get no credit for that.
Yeah.
Why does and John, even worse, you could be a point guard, thread a needle, beat 3 guys behind the back pass. The guy gets killed. Hits 2 free throws, you get nothing for it.
Right.
You do that 15 times in a game. They have no record for it. The defense stuff bothers me the most because we're so concerned with defense. We don't know who's holding what to who. The NBA will not release these numbers. I think it's ridiculous. Why is Daryl Morey, for Christ's sake, the only guy who knows these stuff? If I knew what I could be a GM if I had access to what Daryl Morey has access to.
I think you're doing. Then they'd lose a nice referee over there in Jersey or whatever you are. Is that where you are? You're Long Island. But here's the thing. I was thinking, I always thought it was fascinating. This is not quite on topic, but just assists in general. If Magic comes down, and he's not playing now, but if somebody comes down, Magic comes down, or Steve Nash or whatever, and bounces it on the wing to the forward to Worthy, and then Worthy takes 2 dribbles and scores, that might be an assist. You know what I'm saying? There is that judgment call, and they will say at home, if Magic just looks at a guy, he gets an assist. But I think that's fascinating to see how many times you could just start the offense with the entry pass, and that guy could take a number of dribbles and score, and they might give him an assist. That's a little odd.
Yeah, sure. What do you think of that, Arm?
And one of the things, Paul Pierce, in my opinion, is one of the best players in the last 20 years. I think he's underrated in so many ways.
4 points tonight. 4 points
I want to know what he holds his guy to.
Right. Now, just not to – Arm does know a lot.
Yeah.
Okay?
Sure does.
A few years back, I'm not just saying this, but you just said something I agree with. Paul Pierce, when he was playing with Antoine and they were bad, and then I saw like Ginobili in the finals, and remember when they beat Cleveland and Ginobili almost was the MVP and they gave it to Duncan of the finals. I called my dad. I said, do you know how good this Paul Pierce is? And he said, well, if he ever got to the finals, he'd be known as one of the top 50 players of all time. I mean, that's how good Paul Pierce is. Now, you're saying he had 4 tonight. It doesn't matter. He's 36. He has, and he's fighting a cold. He almost didn't play. But that guy, when they won the championship against the Lakers, he outplayed LeBron when he was on Cleveland, and then he outplayed Kobe. And he was one of my favorite players. And it was funny. I remember he moves at his own pace. He's slow. In a way, he's slow. Always gets his shot off. He had a dunk at Denver, and it was in a regular season game, and he came down the middle, and it surprised everybody, and he dunked on, I can't remember the center. Nene was playing there at the time. And the Scott Hastings, did I tell this story the other day? I don't know if I repeat myself. I usually do.
No.
It's really fun at parties. And Scott Hastings said it takes him 2.5 weeks to get to the rim, and then he'll surprise you. Like he moves at his own speed, and then he dunks. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, Arm, we got to go, buddy. I'm proud of you, all right?
Craigers, love you, buddy.
Thank you, sir. He's a nice kid, isn't he?
Yeah, great.
Who is he?
He's a ref.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a conscientious caller.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Any thoughts on the vest? Let's paint the picture for the serious listeners. The vest. Anything? John?
I've never worn one.
Well,
myself.
Remember,
but it looks good on you. I like it.
You're starting slowly with the cashmere sweater.
That's true. That's true. Well, maybe I'll get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I'll get there.
Don't rush it.
Yeah.
It's festive. It's fun, and I bet your Arm would like it. You know?
Arm sounds like a vest guy.
Yeah.
And Arm really, he knows his stuff.
Yeah, he does.
And he's got a beautiful voice.
Yes.
Like a lark.
So what did you